Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So before I dive in, I would just like to say a massive thank you for the 83 subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. It's very beneficial to me, and I'd like to try and hit 500 subs just so I can make bigger and better content for you. I'd just like to say as well a massive thank you to my friend Adam. He's going to talk to us about his Mazda today. Anyway, so with that, I'll dive straight into the video. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we've got Adam with us today. He's going to show us about his Mazda MPS 3 today. Is MPS, isn't it? Yeah. So let's crack on with the video, find out a bit more about the car and why he bought it and what he's done to it. So why did you buy the car?
Originally, my next door neighbour had a Gen 1 MPS Rep. So it was like just a standard Mazda 3, the first gen, and then he put the body kit of the MPS on it.
That might help.
So yeah, he had that, and I used to see it all the time, and I really liked it. And then I wanted a new car from my first car, and I saw a second gen for sale that was like about an hour away. Red being like one of my favourite colours. I've always had a red car.
Originally, you were driving a Corsa.
Yeah, 1.2 limited edition Corsa.
Yeah, and you slammed the.
I've ruined that car. Yeah.
But good thing you've not ruined this one.
Not yet.
Not yet. So what have you done to this car so far?
Just pretty small stuff. Res delete, back box delete, hybrid turbo, CTS 4. Made a custom front crash bar so I can fit a front mount intercooler, because when they have they originally come with a top mount intercooler and they suffer from heat soak. So obviously all the heat from the engine going up onto the intercooler. So I decided to move it to the front. I haven't got many styling mods. I've mainly I've done like some headlight eyebrows, colour matched them, but like styling wise I haven't really touched on yet. Lowered on coilovers.
It does look really good with the lowering kit as well.
Yeah, I could lower it further, but I sort of learnt my lesson from my Corsa. It was too low.
We don't have the video of it, but it did get dragged off a field once. But
I've smashed the sump 3 times on that Corsa. I've had to replace it once. I've had it welded, all sorts. But yeah, it was just constant. If I went over a speed bump, it would hit my sump, and I'd have to get out my car, check if there's an oil leak, and it was nothing but issues. If I ever wanted to work underneath the car, all the bolt heads that were underneath the car were literally just ground flat, and they just weren't as safe.
And is it just lowering springs, or are you going to get like coilovers for it?
It's on coilovers.
Alright.
Yeah.
Which ones?
They're on, I think it's like Streetwise or something. I can't remember what they're called. They're originally for Focus ST2. Because they're Mazda and Ford are the same.
Yeah, they sort of share the same platform.
So underneath, like the main frame of the car is basically an ST.
What I like about these is you see a lot of Focus STs, but you don't see many of these.
Yeah, they're quite a rare car. I've maybe seen 2 or 3 around like Hull area. But yeah, you just don't see them about.
Do you daylight it much, or do you?
I've got a work van, so this is sort of like when I go like out and about on like weekends, weekend toy really. But, yeah.
And fuel wise, what do you?
I mean, I can bring up the thing on here. It was 17.8 miles per gallon. But if you bring up the current fuel economic, when I'm putting my foot down, it goes to like 2.9 miles per gallon, and it just drinks fuel. And
Jesus.
yeah, you've got to put the premium Shell premium 99 RON in it, so you can't do anything less.
It won't take anything else.
No, well, I've got it mapped by a guy called Justin Heath. He's like the only one in the UK that does mapping for these cars, because they're such temperamental cars.
Yeah.
That if you just took it to a normal, like, I don't know, remapping centre, they could remap it, but there's just so many issues that people have with them.
You want to get a specialist.
Yeah. So Justin Heath's the one in the UK. You've got people from America like Purple Dang. I think it's Purple Dang or Purple Drang. And there's loads of them in America. So I've had it like tuned by Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice one. Cool. Right, and with that, I think we'll go for a spin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Sunglasses.
Yeah. That was like literally the first time I've ever looked in there. I thought, oh, maybe someone's left some sunglasses in there for me.
And you fit it, and it's like new. Did you get left any CDs or anything when you got it?
No, I didn't get left any CDs. I had a load of CDs because when I bought my first car, the Corsa, before I'd even seen it, cause I bought it literally brand new, like ordered it in, everything. Yeah. I thought, first car, I'll order some CDs. Bought a load of CDs, got the car, no CD player. I was like, great. But I mean, it was Bluetooth, so you'd complain if it didn't have Bluetooth and it only had a CD player.
For anyone who's very young, this is what CD looks like. This is what a tape looks like as well, if you've ever seen one of them, but I'm guessing you're a bit too young for them, unless you're old.
That got real awkward then. I was actually meant to keep this car standard as well.
Yeah.
Me and Luke drove up to Lincoln, picked up the car, and everything was fine. And then I think it was like 3 months later, it just bellowed smoke out the exhaust. And that was, the turbo had gone. And it was just like blowing oil out the exhaust, basically. And
did you take it back?
No, it won't covered under the warranty. Which was sort of crap.
Right, so even though you bought it, they didn't like.
No. The one I rang them about it, and they said, it's wear and tear. It's not like a mechanical issue. It's wear and tear. I think somewhere on the warranty agreement it did say we don't cover the engine, this, that, and the other.
What's the point in the warranty then if you can only insure the engine?
Yeah, but I think it was mainly if it wasn't wear and tear, then it'd be fine. But they just said, it's wear and tear, we can't do anything. So I started looking for just a standard replacement turbo, and then I thought, well, if I'm replacing it, then I may as well get something
hybrid,
a little bit bigger, yeah. And then I noticed that my rear springs had snapped. So I was like, well, if I'm going to replace the springs, I may as well do the full suspension.
Yeah.
And then obviously
you just went from there.
Just went for coilovers, and then just seeing odd bits on the forums for the Mazdas. There's kits out there for the front mount intercooler and stuff like that, but
you want to make your own.
It was a little bit like make my own, but I'd seen a lot of Americans with the Nishimoto gold intercooler.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And I just thought that looks good. I want that basically. So I sort of just got a cheap intercooler off. I think it was off eBay, just to use the piping.
Okay.
And then I bought the Nishimoto intercooler. I think it's like an Eat Sleep Race gold intercooler.
Yeah. That is sort of it breaks up the car, but it also makes it look a bit more special as well when you get it.
Yeah, I mean, at the minute I've got the standard grille on it, so it's quite hidden.
Yeah.
You can see the little bits of gold coming out from underneath it. But I'm looking at there's a grill called the Basin R grill, where it's literally just like an open mouth with two slits either side, and like a mesh grill, so you can really sort of see it. That's sort of the next plan for a styling mod, really.
Yeah. nice. In fact, like with the coilovers you've done on this, it handles really nicely as well.
It's not too bad. It does have a bit of understeer, especially when it's wet. Like if you try and floor it round the roundabout, it'll just sort of push you to the outside.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got all Pilot Sport 5. It did have Pilot Sport 4s, and the new ones came out, need new tyres, so I thought I'll just get all new Pilot Sport 5s, which I don't think there's much of an improvement on them, really.
The 4s against the 5s? Yeah,
they don't handle much different. You feel it sort of drags you to the edge. So, like, handling wise, it's not that good. You can hear like the turbo whine, it's like spool. I need to sort out a bit of my brakes as well. I've not really had time to. I've done the fronts with the yellow stuff pads.
How are you finding them?
You've got to warm them up. Like if you just go straight out and expect to stop instantly, you're not gonna. You need to sort of warm them up a little bit and just and then the white fan. It's a bit dark in it.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's gonna be the audio. It's got drilled and grooved front discs. Yeah. I've got the rears pads and discs in my boot. I've just not had time to fit them yet. And the ones at the back, I think they're stock tech ones, so they are fairly decent ones. And they don't need replacing yet.
No, you don't really need to replace them on rear-wheel drive cars anyway. So, front-wheel drive.
Yeah, as I say, it's front. It's one of them things of like, I do want to sort of have my discs matching because it looks like I've just sort of cheaped out. I've got the front
drilled and grooved yellow.
Yeah, drilled and grooved. And then not done the rears.
It's got a little sneeze to it.
It does it more when it's really cold, like in winter. If you just like go on the boost slightly and then let go of it, it does it like really nicely.
So is there any hidden quirks that you'd find with this car? Is there something that... I mean, we tried getting the zoom message to work earlier, but...
Every time I get in the car, it brings up zoom on the dash, which I think is like quite cool to... Like, obviously that's their motto. Yeah.
There's a lot of features on these cars as well, like... I think with Mazdas and stuff is generally you get like heated seats and...
heated seats, automatic windshield wipers, which aren't the best. I was driving the other day, I had it on automatic, and my windshield was like absolutely covered, and the wet coming on, I had to like manually put them on. Yeah, heated seats. It's got a nice armrest that like
it does.
It moves.
It's nice and light to be fair. It comes out more. So, how long have you had it anyway?
About 4.5 years.
Yeah. Do you think you'd ever sell it, or?
I don't think I would. Like, it's mainly like it's quite a rare car. People look at it quite a lot because they just don't see it about. They're not really worth that much either. But like looking at what people are selling them for, like the high mileage ones are going for $6,000, whereas like ones that are on high mileage are going for like 8, 9, or 10, and it's like,
what are you on anyway?
I'm on 77,800.
That's not good, though.
I got it on like 65,000 miles. So
no, you've not done many then.
I haven't done many miles. As I said, I don't really use it, but it's like there's not many cars that are like every other car that I see that I like. You're talking like 20 odd grand.
Yeah,
it's like
skyrocketed.
Yeah, all the prices of everything's just gone up apart from these, really.
Yeah,
I've not really looked at any other cars, to be honest. It's like I've wanted, like Luke's got the MX-5 just as like a little project, a little fun car, but
that'll be on the channel soon.
Yeah.
Fair though, like once you've got a car and you've lived with it for a while, like I found with the Mini, although I did sell it in the end, it was quite hard to part ways with it because you've had it for that long, and it's one of those cars that you'll always sort of look back and go,
that was a fun car.
that was a fun car
yeah,
to have.
yeah. I think if I ever sold it, I think I'd regret it.
You'd have to try and find something that's equal, or if
Better.
not more special. Yeah, because like you can't. Like if you decided, oh, one day you want a Fiesta ST or something, and I'm not slagging them off.
Everyone's
got one, and like you look at it and it's like, oh, you might think it's special, but it's not. Unless you really put a lot of money into it, it's not really going to be that.
Even still, like obviously Luke's got an ST as well as the Mazda, and like they are fun cars and they handle really well. Like the amount of times that like me and him have been going like around a roundabout, and he's just flown like round the roundabout because he can floor it, and I think he's got like Pirelli P0s or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries.
And yeah, if you want to see any more about this car, or you have any questions, just put them in the chat or put them on Instagram as well. I'll send them across to Adam, get them answered. Yeah, thanks guys. Like and subscribe, drop a comment, and I'll see you later.